Hello everybody and welcome back to the iOS Arcade, and today we are playing Overland. We're going to be doing a playthrough of this turn-based survival. Now if you've played turn-based survivals before, you'll know the concept, you'll know what to expect to go into. If you haven't, there's a few good games out there that I've enjoyed over the past couple of years. XCOM, Faster Than Light, Into the Breach. These are mainly PC and PlayStation titles, but to have one on Apple Arcade called Overland is very exciting. And for some reason, when I first saw this, I didn't even look at it correctly, because if I'd have seen what it actually was, I'd have been playing this for about 7 months now. Now, Overland is a turn-based survival, as I said. You go from the east coast to the west, and basically you have different levels to try and do different sorts of tasks, which you get to choose, and that is the concept about surviving. Well, what's out to kill you? Normally, you'd probably think zombies in this style of gameplay, but actually it's insects that have come from space. There's a little bit of story to it. It doesn't really explain why they're here or what happens. You get a nice little cutscene when you first play it. But apart from that, the story is normally what you've made up with your own characters. You build relationships between them, and you have to make decisions about either leaving them or killing somebody. There's loads of little mind games you play with yourself, which I kind of like about this game. That gives you a bit of creativity and not just a linear story. So we're going to start a new game mode. We're playing on the Mac Pro here, but you can play this on all Apple devices, which I found very addictive, and that was what really makes this game just easy to pick up anywhere you are. Now there are different levels. I'm going to start in the woodlands, but obviously you can start at the very beginning, which is the east coast, but I just want to jump straight into it. There's more to look at on the, let's say, the next level on. I'm not going to go any more further because I don't want to ruin the other levels for you. We're going to play a normal, and there are some toggleable switches here that allow you to just play with dogs or not have any creatures at all, but we're just going to give you the most vanilla gameplay we can. And yeah, so let's head out. So here we are in our little car. At the moment there's only one of us in this car. We're about to go find out who our second companion is. Every time you play this game afresh, you always get a second companion to start you off. Whether that be a dog or a person, we're about to find out. So, and we've got a person, so as you can see them, they're down here. Now, I'm playing this on the PS5 controller. However, if I just wiggle my mouse, you can see you can play this with your mouse. Now, normally, these sort of games, you'd probably think mouse is the preferable play style. But actually, I found it's a lot easier to play with the controller. Mainly with the switching of characters. I find that a little bit clunky. Touch controls wise, it's really good as well. So it's only the changing of characters that I find difficult with the mouse and the touch controls. So we get moves. So you can see Stanley here. He's in the car currently, and you can see this little line sort of shows where we can move. Now I need to head towards our second person, which going close to them might prompt them to come near to us, so they might not be attacked by the insects here. I nearly called them aliens. So we can't do anything. We've done our turn, so now we can just end the turn. And as I said, look, they've come over, which is good because these things have got 2 hits and we don't really have a weapon. The person who is called, or we'll find out now. So who's our second character? Lynn. Lynn has a stick. I'd love to show you how the stick works, but we're just going to be absolutely destroyed here. So we're not going to do that. Now, also in this game, you can go over to certain, let's say, parts of the map and search for items as well. So not every level just has a standard mission of either picking up a person or collecting fuel. You can actually go and do searches. So we're going to do that and just see. So normally there's fuel in these sort of tanks, but no, we've got a tradable item, which is a plant pot for swapping with other survivors, which is pretty cool. So get in, start the car. I'm going to pull up next to her because she's out of, there you go, and she's got in automatically, which is great. And we're out of turns, but we're okay. Now on normal difficulty, the car I'm in is basically den, safe. It's, you can't be attacked in there. The harder difficulties will punish you for playing on harder difficulties. So now this is where we're going to get introduced to what I like to think is a little cutscene. They have a little conversation. It's very basic conversation. They just tell you what happened. I guess this is where in your head you sort of get to know the characters a little bit more in a very basic way. You can skip this by just tapping it. And once you've got through that, you always get this map scene. Now, the car has fuel. You can see we've got 6 litres of fuel, shall we say, which means we can go a certain distance, and you can see how much it costs just by the fuel can above it. The different icons, as you get to know it, will give you different sort of like, I don't want to call them missions, but they're tasks to do. So if you go here, your task is really to either change your car or siphon the fuel out of the car. This allows you to repair your car. This allows you to pick up somebody else, so if you wanted another survivor. And then, obviously, we've got 6 fuel at the moment, but if we wanted to get more, we could go to this location. So I think we may as well go get the next car. I'm hoping that it's the minivan, as that's my favourite vehicle. And the vehicle can govern your playstyle, because if you have the minivan, which is like a 5-seater, which is there, yes, get in, there it is, and it comes equipped with a roof rack. So that's extra storage for us. So I'm glad we've chose this option. Because like with a 5-seater you can put more people in, and you can like obviously kill more creatures with more people, so battle them with numbers. But if you went for like you might see it as we go through the map, there's a pickup truck, and that pickup truck only has 2 seats, and I don't know if that's really my playstyle. So right, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try and scavenge. I'm also going to siphon the fuel out of our vehicle, because we don't know how much fuel is in that van yet. I could probably hover over it and find out, but like obviously we want to make sure that we maximize the fuel, because it does become a problem later on in the game. Right, so any more fuel in this? There is, so we'll siphon that out, and that's it. So we're out of fuel now, so we can then come over to this vehicle and we can just fill it up. So the vehicle had 3 in, so now we can put our 3 in, so that's 6. So we're sort of back where we were. I'm going to search this vehicle. There might be something useful in here, like more fuel. What was that? We've got a lighter and a bottle. I'll tell you what we'll do though. Is that bottle? Because sometimes the bottles are full of alcohol, which of course is flammable. Let's find out. Oh, have I just dropped everything on the floor like an idiot? Yep. Let's try again. There is a bit of a management thing. There you go, Molotov, and then we can throw that here. But once you get used to how the sort of mechanics work, you're fine. There you go, see. So now he's dead. I didn't have to do that. They're not always going to kill you. The later on in the game, the more there will be more dangerous and strategic moves you're going to need. That made noise, so expect for more to come out the ground, and that's what's fun about this game. So I'm just going to pick up my items, because why not? And you know what? I'm going to leave the stick on the ground, because we can always get a stick from elsewhere. So that's that turn gone. Oh, but we've actually got a problem with this geezer here. So we don't need to worry too much. I'm just going to load the roof rack up with the medikit, and then fill the car up, and hopefully, yeah, we can get in. So now we're not actually at a threat with that guy, and I think we might be able to get in. You can rotate the map as well. Sometimes you forget about that, but we're all good. Let's just squish this guy. Damage limitations. We don't know what he's going to do. There you go. So we can get in the vehicle now. I'm really enjoying this playthrough. We're having a good start. Like, sometimes you can get awful starts. Sometimes it will give you a dog as a companion that can't even do anything. It just like can howl, which can provoke more monsters, which is again is another strategy. Let's go to the park. So we saw earlier that we picked up a plant pot. I mean, I would love to get another person, but I feel like let's go. Yeah, let's go to the park for 2 reasons, right? It's now nighttime. If you look where it says the woodlands at the top, you can see there's a moon. The nighttime maps, I would say, are the hardest. So you sort of do a day cycle. So every turn, you'll go through like a day cycle. So you'll go like nighttime, morning, afternoon, evening. So we just did evening, now it's night. The next one will be morning. So I don't really want to do this mission in the dark, because it really is going to be difficult. Because we don't have a torch. And there's no need for me to have an extra person yet. You pick them up on other missions as well. So let's go trade our plant and see what we can get, because we've got the choice of a fire extinguisher, some medicines. So this is what I'm looking at. Binoculars I've never picked up before. So I'm going to trade for that. So let's get our person talking to the person who wants to trade and see what they want. and they want the plant pot. What's nice about this game is you don't have to like pick up an item to think you're going to be able to trade it. So like if I picked up the plant pot and later on in the game we come to a person that wouldn't want a plant pot, that's not what this game does. Like if you pick up a tradable item, they'll always want it. So there's no like, oh, look, this guy wants 2 actually by the looks of it. Oh no, he doesn't. There we go. I'm going to go for the binoculars because I don't know what they do, and it might enhance my game. We never know. I think it's probably going to give you a better vision of the map. Some of the items do that. So we can inspect it as well. That's me. Let's inspect the binoculars. Yes, there you go. Shows higher value locations on the map, as I said. And I think if we just equip those, then we don't lose the inventory slot that we had. Now they want a medikit. That's not worth it. One other thing you can do on this map is you can actually kill the people at the trading stations. I've never done that. I'm not really an aggressive player. However, my best playthrough, I was killed basically by someone I left behind. So you know, if we got 2 people in our car now, we could choose to leave somebody behind, and it would might come back to bite us. And I was doing a good playthrough the other day, and I was a good civilian. I actually fixed somebody's car, and when I got to one of the more difficult missions, I don't know whether this is just coincidence, but somebody stopped and dropped off fuel, and it made the mission really easy. So I don't really think there's karma in the game, but it definitely felt like I was being rewarded for my playstyle. This is a good place to stop the campsites. They're a bit like the trading places, but you typically just find fuel there. We're in the morning now, so we can actually just move out and go straight into the next section. I don't need another vehicle. I'm in the dream vehicle. The only thing I'd want now is there's some sort of headlights that you can get. Here we go. So this is a nice, easy one. This is my favourite enemy because they're just annoying, and I think it's funny that they're a pain. So, we really don't have much weaponry to our name, so I'm just going to go grab the fuel, and 1 bit of fuel. Oops, I'm not sure what I just did there. I obviously, again, I don't even know what I did there. I equipped something, so, I mean, to be honest, I haven't lost anything. So, and I can see what I've done here by just inspecting. So, I equipped... Oh, I equipped the lighter. Oh, there you go. So now if I pick up any sticks, which if I show you this, you can break these. I think you need to whack it with something, but you can break the sort of obstructions, and they'll give you wood, which then you can make into a stick. Right, so this is where I'm probably going to just move the person around, just get as much distance as I can away from that one I said I like, and now I kind of regret saying that. So I can leave, I've got enough fuel to leave. However, I do want to search the bins because there are more likely going to be more fuel in those bins. So I don't really know what the best plan of action is. I guess to run over here and then fill up the car. I feel safe away from them because he can't move. He can't move that far. That's not what I wanted, but we could. Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. Look, you can run straight through them. Now, I'm out of turns, but that's not a problem. I'll just hope that I don't get whacked here. Oh, I got whacked. So never fear, because we've got a med kit. I'm going to fill the car up and then just hop in. So probably didn't want that to happen, but you know, we've got extra fuel, so now we've got more choices. So if I hadn't have got that extra fuel, you might see in a minute on the map, we might have not been able to go as far. And there might be a healing station, and there is a healing station, so why don't we take that one? Hell yeah. As you can see, we've driven already 342 miles. And now we're at a pharmacy. And the maps are really nice. Like, they are like little cute little maps. I have seen the maps before, but because the game is so random on what you get on the map, you kind of don't recognize the same maps. You probably would if you played it a lot, but like, I've played it probably about 13 hours over the week, I reckon. I don't know whether that's a lot or whether it's a good amount, but I do recognise this one, but that's because it is a designated health map. So if we get our character out here now, we can actually go. And by the way, they have limited movements because of their injuries as well, which I think is a really good reason to heal your extra characters. So there you go, she's fine. We can hop back in the vehicle. She's got enough moves to turn the engine on, pull it forward, and then they can just get in. And as you can see, there's probably maybe another medkit on the map, but we don't need to risk it, even though those 3 creatures weren't going to do too much damage, but I've not got really the weapon power. Let's go pick up another soul. It could be a dog, it could be a person. Let's go find out. And then we'll come to the end of the map, and I think we'll call it there, because it's just going to keep getting longer. Now that's strange. Normally they're not just plonked in the road. Now one of my best playthroughs, I had the funniest moment happen. I went to pull up to them and let them in, but I was too fast with the controls and didn't read it, and it said RAM, and it basically squished them, and I had to do CPR to revive them. So it was probably one of the best things that ever happened on one of my playthroughs. And even like at the end it said that they died and they came back to life, and it was like, yeah, you were accidentally murdered by bad clutch control. Imagine if it said that. I'm going to search as well for the extra bits, because there could be fuel. What is there? There's a cap, and you can just really just equip these. They're just cosmetical items. Some, like the head torch, will obviously light things up. I've just worked out, this is evening. That means the final map that we're about to go on is nighttime. So I'm sort of glad I brought the extra person with me, who is injured actually. So I might just get him to take. Who's got the med kit? There we go. Pull him here, and then we'll heal him in the next turn. So because obviously limited movements, I could leave him in the vehicle, but we may as well just heal him, because late on in the game you don't want slow movers, because if the vehicle breaks, which it does, this is a good feature as well, piling, they all just get in. You can walk into the next map if the vehicle breaks, and then try and get a vehicle. It'll always be a vehicle map, but I've not had much luck, because normally my vehicle breaks at the very worst points. So, we're out of fuel. It means we have to do another fuel map. So again, we're going to run in, grab the fuel tank, fill it up, and then we'll be back into the last map, which is always like a barricaded one. So the fuel is, and as you can see, the dark maps, very difficult. I'm supposing, am I? Oh, the vehicle's out of fuel. I'd normally pull it forward, but it's out of fuel. I really don't know. I can hit, there it is, it's down here. So there's a generator that we can siphon fuel from, which if I siphon it, will actually turn the street lamps off. Oh no. I refuse to die while doing a playthrough. Well, let's just whack this guy. That was probably a bad move to do. There, the siphoned fuel is there. There's not a lot I can do. I'm feeling a bit under pressure here. There's quite a few creatures. And I'm going to have to do this to get to the fuel to siphon it. Right, we've got it. Right, now we need to get back to that vehicle. What am I doing? And that was not reading the controls. Now there is an option to restart the level, so if you do make a silly mistake like that, you can restart. That is toggleable in the difficulties as well, so if you really want not a playthrough that's rewarding at all, I recommend doing that. And so now we know where the fuel is though, so we can quickly go and push forward. Again, I don't think they all need to come out, but I feel like actually knowing this map now, there might be a good reason to just like go straight to the generator and use some power by numbers. So here we go. Just trying to try and eliminate. I know I'm causing more noise, but it might actually be beneficial to. Oh no, he's gonna get booped. Great. And this is where the problem is, because now I do have a med kit, but we are slightly outnumbered. And there goes the street light. This time, I'm not going to decide to blow us up by lighting up the fuel. Do we have a weapon? So here, this is where I'm going to strategically... oh, I think that guy might actually die. Ah! How embarrassing. You can revive him, but now we're going to have to do some extreme killing to get this guy back alive. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. There is an undo button as well, as you can see. Very useful. My big issue is this guy here is just going to hit him again, isn't he? I'll move him over. Oops. Put him here. Oh, I should have ran with the fuel there. Okay, this is my plan. Oh, is that going to blow up the fuel though? No. Just visions of the last level going all the same way. So, my healthy guy, which is this one here, is going to do the run to the vehicle. I'm going to move these as far away as possible. I'm going to heal him, and then he might get to the vehicle in time to pull it down to save them. That's the plan. Might not go that way. Definitely not going to go that way now. Oh my god, there's so many! Oh, we're screwed. Alright, well, I don't think I'm going to get out of this one alive. There's nowhere I can go right now. Oh, do not tell me there is fuel in that car, because that would hurt my feelings. There is. Oh, and there's more fuel. Well, what I might just do is restart again and try this time to see if I can actually get out of here. This is really embarrassing. I mean, we are at a good difficulty now. There's just so many, and like I said, the night maps, you can't plan the other maneuvers from the creatures. So, right, that's. It might be because I'm killing them though, waking up more, because obviously that noise you can hear is like them awakening. So, but I just can't see where they are, which is embarrassing. Right, we can see a little bit more now. I think we're at the vehicle. One of them's going to get injured again, which is annoying, but there's not a lot I can do. Let's just take it for the team. Nice. Getting out of here alive is better than losing one person, so let's go with that logic. Right, get him back in the car. This geezer is going to clobber this guy. Right, the threats are minimized now. So I'm feeling confident that we'll actually get out of here. And they broke the generator, so now we are going to have problems. Now what I think is the best option. Can he get back to the car? He can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it sort of like pass and go. So I'm going to swap the fuel. And then this guy's going to run over to the car and fill it up. And then the person in the vehicle is going to use their move to pull them in. Start the vehicle. And we're out of moves. But, my god, that made me jump. Right, now, we do need to get out of here. But if we pull up, we can click on the person. Oh my goodness. And as you can see, we are out of here. Well, there you go. I don't think we're going to get to the blockade. Well, we will. I can carry it on. But, yeah, that was a poor ending. And that's sometimes how they go. I don't typically restart my levels that much. But that one, I was in a rock and a hard place there. Ran out of fuel. And that's why the fuel is one of those things that you should think about when you play this game. So, But there we go. I'll head out just to show you the blockade map. It is in the daytime, so it would be pretty simple. And most of the time, you just have to move some barricades. But once you complete that, you then move on to the next level. Yeah, this is a 5-minute jobby because there's quite a few barricades there. So, but that is Overland. I think if you've got this far, you definitely should download this. This is also available on all the Apple platforms on the Apple Arcade subscription. So that means you can play it on all the devices, which I find beautiful. But also, this is a AAA title, really, for me. You can play it on the PS5, PS4, Steam. You can download it on your consoles as well. However, I just feel like combined with the PlayStation controller on any of the Apple devices, this absolutely is stellar. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Overland. I certainly have. Didn't get a plan at the end, but that's what this game's all about. Planning and survival, and showing you that each move does make a difference in each level on how you play them and where you get your fuel from. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.